All right, good afternoon. It's January 31st, 2021. It's Sunday. It's about 1:30. Um, we can see the current radar picture here. After the whole area kind of dry slotted, which means kind of an area of lower moisture, you can see some heavier precipitation down in southern Maryland and the northern neck, and another band of heavier precipitation up near Hagerstown, Westminster, Bel Air, and into southern Pennsylvania. You can see some of this activity is now filling in down toward Rockville, Leesburg, Laytonsville, a little bit near Laurel as well. Let's put the loop in motion here, and you can see it kind of dried out, and now we're starting to get some areas filling back in. Um, Lots of areas have had between 1 and 2 and 3 inches, a couple of 4-inch reports as well. By and large, this initial slug of moisture has underperformed in a significant chunk of the area. And as we discussed in an earlier video, the second portion of the storm is also expected to largely miss us to the north and east. That's still the case. I don't see that changing a whole lot. There will probably be off and on snow showers or light snow or a light sleet snow mixture, maybe even some rain down in southern Maryland throughout the day tomorrow into tonight, tomorrow, and even into Tuesday very early morning. But I can't imagine snow totals will accumulate all that much. There is some guidance that does kind of put some banding somewhere in the area. The positioning of that will be a little bit uncertain until it's actually happening. But should that happen, some areas could have some inflated amounts from that. But it'll be a very localized band. It's probably not going to be area wide. But if you get under that band, you could pick up another 1, 3, 5, even 6 inches if it comes down hard. So I'm going to pull over some of the latest models here. Now, actually, before we do that, let's take a look at the current surface map. You can see that the closed low is still here over northern Kentucky, southwest Ohio, even part of Indiana. It's a pretty broad low pressure center, only 1,006 millibars. But you can see the bagginess of the isobars over here is indicating that the coastal storm is trying to jump to the coast. We discussed in a prior video and on Instagram Live earlier in the day that the farther south that coastal transfer happens, the more likely it is that we'll get more substantial snow. Now, most of the guidance, which I'll drag over here, is indicating this is the precipitation and pressure from the HRRR model, high resolution rapid refresh. And you can see the dry slot there well depicted. And as we move forward in time, the filling in of the dry slot. This kind of wants to place the low somewhere right over the southern Delmarva. Not sure that'll be the case, but then you see it jumps well off the coast. It's way too far east for us to get any kind of significant snowfall from the coastal. You see it pulls it back a little bit, but it's probably having some trouble with the low pressure here. Let's toggle over to the high resolution NAM model. And what you'll see here, that low pressure kind of initially is way out here, and it does kind of get tugged back, and it sits right off that kind of southern New Jersey coast. That's going to be too far north for us to cash in on the coastal. And you see that here where all the banding is up here near New York City, and we're just kind of getting some isolated snow showers. I mean, that's not going to do it for us. We'll probably get another inch or so out of it, but based on that exact depiction, I don't know that we'll have significant snowfall beyond today. So let's close out of that. Actually, we'll just drag that back over here. But it's really going to depend on this coastal. If for some reason the models are missing something and that coastal storm kind of pops up more in this area, we will get more significant snowfall. It's all going to depend on that low position. It'll kind of tuck itself into the coast and then kind of go off to the north and east. Where exactly that happens is going to be very critical to determining our weather conditions. But as you can see, we can kind of push this model forward even. And you can see, oh, interestingly enough, this is now pegging the low pressure center to be somewhere on over eastern North Carolina. That could be a little bit better for us for some banding, but that's only if this model is correct. Going back to the live surface map here, you can see it's trying, but the dominant low pressure is still in over the Ohio Valley. So let's go ahead and head back to radar here. Oh, wow. You can see that band is, maturing a little bit here. Putting it in motion here, you can see some more moderate snowfall over Barnesville, Poolsville. Some of the splotchiness you see right in here is just the radar beam getting obstructed. And you can see there's more radar beam obstruction back here where that little kind of pie piece is cut out of the radar beam. Radar is actually located over Sterling, Virginia, right in this area. We call that the cone of silence, where the radar just can't see any data. But as you can see, there's probably some mixing happening down here in southern Maryland, Leonardtown, Hollywood, Lexington Park, areas such as that. Really what I think is when the banding sets up tomorrow for the heaviest snow, it's going to probably track near York, Lancaster, Doylestown, Philadelphia. Probably not Philadelphia. It might be a little northwest of Philly. And then it'll kind of arc in this area up here. Reason why you can't see anything here is we currently are using our local radar only. So everything up here is out of range. With that being said, that's kind of the update for the midday, early afternoon. It should continue to snow. It's accumulating pretty slowly here in Silver Spring right now, but a couple more inches not out of the question, and then we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. So I'll continue to provide updates and videos as needed, but that is where we stand right now. And hope you all have a great afternoon.